What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another fun-filled, action-packed, fisted-full episode of Awkward Silence. We hope everybody had a enjoyable Easter. He is risen, of course. And back with me, as always, are the usual suspects. Chicago Sports Talk Michael, Master Nikki the Draft Sensei, and CP motherfucking G. What's good, gentlemen?
Doing well.
What is
What's good, gentlemen? Doing well.
We are in the building in this. We give you
Howdy doody.
Yo,
the
why the
fatal
fuck you,
four-way.
Yo, Mike, why are you talking so fucking slow?
No, I'm
You
trying to sound
talking like you got motherfucking Down syndrome, motherfucker.
Oh, God.
talking like Vader.
Why are you talking like Vader? We're not doing WrestleMania no more. He in a Hall of Fame, and that's wonderful. But we not that shit's over.
All right. Well, since we're calling this a fatal four-way,
But anyway, before you give it away, y'all have tuned in on a very special episode. Now, I know everybody's usual favorite part of the show is Master Nikki the Draft Sensei's mock draft. Well, today, we're not doing that. Today, what we are going to do, since we are a week away from the draft and our draft special, which will air Friday, day 2 of the draft, we will recap round 1 of the draft and then, be live for rounds 2 and 3, and then Saturday we will be live to recap the entire draft. What we are going to do is something called a Fatal 4-Way mock draft. Now, what is a Fatal 4-Way mock draft? Well, here's what it is. I have split every single NFL team up to the 4 of us. Like, basically, we are going to play general manager for the teams that are assigned to us. So, we're gonna do the whole first round. Trades, as far as there are trades in this, and trades have to be agreed upon between the 2 general managers trading if it's a separate team. But if it happens to be a team between that one person has, the rest of the panel have to agree on. Does that make sense to everybody?
Makes sense to me.
Am I being confused about any of that shit?
What am I talking?
Fucking God.
What he said.
Nah, you're good.
But anyway, yeah. So that's how we're doing this here. Now, I tried to split the teams up kind of evenly because I'm aware a lot of teams don't have first-round picks this year, and I'm aware that teams have multiple first-round picks this year. So I tried to split this up evenly. I'm going to go through the list of teams, and I'm sure I'm going to have to remind everyone of this, like, when their team is up to pick. Okay, so for me, well, actually, let me say this too. I split all the division rivals up. Like, basically, the other 3 guys have the 3 other AFC South teams, and I have the Jaguars, just so we're fair. CPG, he doesn't have any NFC South teams. The rest of us have them. And Michael and Nikki here, since they're both NFC North teams, we CPG and myself have the Lions and Vikings, and they're picking for the Packers and Bears. Just to make everything. So let me go through the list of teams real quick and who has what. I have the Jaguars, the Falcons, the Legion of Broncos, the Steelers, the Cowboys, the Cardinals, and the Bills. CPG, you have the Panthers, the Vikings, the Titans, the Chiefs, the Browns, the Rams, the Dolphins. Michael, you have the Bears, the Texans, the Bucks, the Chargers, the Ravens, the Commanders, yay, the 49ers, and the Jets. Master Nikki, you have the Packers, the Cunts, the Saints, the Raiders, the Bengals, the Giants, the Seahawks, and the Patriots. Everybody got it?
Alrighty.
All right.
Sounds-
So with that being said, I will refer back to it as we go along here, and let's get this host started. Are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I have the Jaguars with the first pick, and CPG, I'm going to offer you a trade right off the bat. Are you listening?
I'm listening, yes.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get the draft value chart up here.
Okay.
We don't need to share the screen. I'm just doing the math here so I can give advice.
All right. What I'm going to offer you is I'm going to offer a trade with the Panthers because I know you want Malik Willis. So here's what I'm going to offer you. The number 1 overall pick in exchange for the 6th overall pick, Robbie Anderson, and a 4th round pick from the Panthers.
I'm good.
Are you fucking kidding me? You know he's not going to resign, right?
Huh?
You know he's not going to resign, right?
Who, Robbie?
Yes.
If we actually got a competent quarterback, he might.
Okay, fine. Whatever. He wants to be difficult. Nick, I'm going to offer you the same thing since you have the Saints. I'm going to offer you pick 1 for both the Saints' first round draft picks. Do you accept?
Hold on, let me check my chart here.
Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
mean, personally, I think that would be a bargain for New Orleans. But also at the same time, I don't see a position of need that's very top-heavy here that falls within what the Saints need.
It's mainly for Malik Willis.
Yeah,
that's
but
why I
they
was
did
offering
just
to the Panthers
re-sign
first.
Jameis to a 2-year deal. They did just re-sign Jameis Winston to a 2-year deal, so
no.
no.
All right, I guess I'll take Aiden Hutchinson then with the Jags.
Alrighty. Aiden Hutchinson off the board. Seems like a pick that's in chalk at this point.
Yep. And the Lions, well, this kind of threw shit off.
the GM of the Lions dragging off here.
Yeah, I am the GM of the Lions. Fucking hell.
I mean, there are still good edges on the board for
Yeah, I'm
Detroit.
trying to figure out whether to give them Walker or Thibodeau. Or do they want Malik Willis?
I mean, that's also a possibility. I've seen that floating around.
When I was
You know
doing
what?
it, I was thinking, I don't know if you can pass up on Thibodeau right there.
Yeah, but a lot of people have issues with Thibodeau's character.
Yeah, you know what?
I mean, did the Lions give a shit about that with Ndamukong and Suh?
Yeah, it's true. I'll tell you what.
Well, it's a different sort of character issue. They're worried that his heart isn't in football. He's more worried about like cryptocurrency and stuff like that.
I got you.
Cryptocurrency.
I got you. Sue just like stepping on people.
Fucking hell. Give me you know what? I'll take Thibodeau here. Fuck it.
All right,
I'll take Thibodeau.
it could very well happen.
I think Gardner could be a pit in real life.
Right,
I think he could be
Michael,
a player to watch
right.
at that pick.
Yeah, Michael, you got the Texans. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Sauce
All right.
Gardner could be that guy. Man.
I do like Sauce.
Yeah, I think he might surprise somebody and go to one of the top 5 teams in the draft.
Don't be surprised though if the Lions take a quarterback, which I do think they'll most
That's
certainly.
possible. That's possible.
It's definitely possible. I don't
Because
think
Jerry,
that
because
I was thinking in terms of like me, if I was drafting for that team, they really need a quarterback, but I think the quarterback draft class next year is better. I would go with, if I was the Lions, I would pick Sauce.
either that or one of the edges.
Because that gives you a year to kind of build your defense up, and then next year, if you're still kind of bad, you get one of the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I think it's a win-win for Detroit.
I
really.
think Detroit was one of the more competitive losing
All right,
teams.
I'm back.
That's true.
Who did Michael take for the Texans?
Oh,
All right,
I think he was waiting on you.
You didn't have to wait on me. I just had to do something real quick.
All right, so for the third pick of the 2022 draft, I have the Texans select Amha Gardner, CB, Cincinnati.
Oh, Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, I think he could go there.
The Texans are lost in the sauce.
Really?
What?
Wow.
I would hate for him to go to a team like Houston that has really no direction to it, but
Yeah, so.
I think he'll be good in the NFL.
Yeah, he hasn't allowed a single touchdown in his whole collegiate career.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you can do that in college, you have to at least be pretty good in the NFL. You would think. Doesn't always translate, but
Okay.
And I think he could be a very good fit in Lovie Smith's defense.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
we are to the Jets at pick 4. Michael, that is your pick as well.
All right. So, with the fourth pick
Clearing his throat like he's going to do
in
some
the
shit.
2022 draft, I have the Jets selecting the Equim Equimbo.
Oh,
Equanu, the fucking tackle.
Equanu
Illiterate fuck.
from NC State.
Ike Ekwonu.
Icky Equanu.
All right.
The Wolf
He goes
Pack
to
of
the
NC
Jets.
State.
Great pick.
Why would you have it? Wait, they took him before Evan Neal?
Well, a lot of people think that Ekwonu is actually a better player than Evan Neal. I think he's a better run blocker for sure. His pass blocking is still a work in progress, but he's not terrible at it. I
don't hate it, but that's interesting.
It's actually kind of like wishy-washy when it comes to between Evan Neal and Ekwonu. It just depends on what you want on your team.
Gotcha. Okay, the Giants are up next, and Nick, that is you.
Oh yes, so it is. So I think I can go in a multitude of directions here.
I'm sure
Evan
you could.
Neal and Trevon Walker are both on the board still, but I do recognize that I do have the 7th pick, and I'm not going to count on Carolina skipping out on Evan Neal, so I'm giving Evan Neal to the Giants with pick 5.
That's a good pick for them. All right.
I think you already know what my answer is.
Yeah, I think we do too. But for the people,
I will say it for the audience, though.
But for the peoples at home, CPG,
Yeah.
the Panthers have pick 6. That is your team. Who are you picking?
Malik Willis.
All right.
Okay.
Forgot the shark teeth and claws.
Okay, Nick, we're back to the Giants. That is you. Who you picking?
Trevon Walker. They drafted Azeez Ojulari last year. Let's get his teammate from Georgia, pair them back up.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good for them. The Falcons. Who has that? Oh, that would be me. Fucking hell.
I think they're going to be in tank mode next year for either Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud.
I believe that too. So, I'm gonna, since they need a safety, I'm gonna kind of go best player available here. I'm gonna give him Kyle Hamilton.
Oh, interesting. I like it.
I think, I think he's the best player available. So I think that's who they're. So if the board falls this way, I thought Jermaine Johnson, but I'd say Hamilton's too good of a player to pass up. So.
All right, so this isn't
Okay,
exactly.
the Seahawks. That would be you, Nick.
Yeah. So I don't think they're going to go quarterback here. I really don't.
I don't think so either.
Offensive tackle, I don't see one worth taking this high right now, unless you're really in love with Charles Cross, which I don't think the Seahawks would be, considering
So what
he's
you
not
gonna
much
do,
of a
brother?
run blocker. What?
So what you gonna do, brother?
I think I'm going to give them a great edge rusher in Jermaine Johnson.
So the Seahawks will be handling the Big Johnson.
And next we have the Jets.
And that is whose fucking team is it? That
Michael.
would be your team, Michael.
That would be me. That would be me, sir.
That would be you. Who are you? So who are you having them pick?
So with the Jets pick, I have them taking Derek Stingley Jr., CB out of LSU.
Ooh, the Vikings are pissed about that one.
That's an interesting one.
I bet the Vikings were really hoping he would land with them.
Yeah, they kind of hate you, bruh.
Commanders. Gay.
Yeah, the Commanders. Who has the fucking Commanders?
Michael.
I do.
Yeah, that would be you. Who are you picking?
With the 11th pick, I am going to be selecting Drake London from USC.
That's not a bad.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with that.
That's not a bad. That's not a bad pick for them.
The Trojans.
This motherfucker.
Because I don't watch college. I'm a Duke fan.
Oh, that's fair.
They have a college football team too, sir.
Their football team's irrelevant.
I mean, I get Daniel Jones went there, but still.
All right.
The Vite Queens. Who has the Vite Queens? That would be CPG.
I don't like this situation. What?
I think Jordan Davis would be a good pick right here.
Ooh, yeah.
It's a little high for him, but shit. I wouldn't be. I'm not mad at it.
You want to beef up that defense a little bit? That's a great pick right there for the Vikings if he falls.
Beef it up.
It was one of their top needs too, so it works out.
Next, we have the Texans up. That's Michael once again.
That would be Michael.
I actually have a surprise one because the Brandon Cooks can't stay healthy. Garrett Wilson, wide receiver out of Ohio State.
I wouldn't hate it.
I wouldn't either. I would because I'm a Jags fan, but yeah, I wouldn't hate it. Okay, the Gavins. That's you as well, Michael.
All right, so the Ravens' O-line was probably the worst, well, because of injuries. I have them selecting Charles Cross, offensive tackle.
Who the hell is Charles Cross?
Charles.
Was his parents stuck between fucking American and Mexican?
So Charles Cross.
Okay, Charles Cross. Okay,
I would have gone Zion Johnson personally, but
okay, the Eagles. That would be CPJ.
The Eagles. Let's talk about the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Eagles. Who they fucking drafting?
I'll give Desert Eagle what he wants. I'll give him Jameson Williams.
All right.
Wow. That's who he wants, really?
The Eagles fans the Eagles fan base wants a wide receiver, so I'm just giving Eagles fans what they want.
Okay. The Saints, Nick, that's you.
All right. Saints could go in a multitude of directions here. I'm not in love with the board.
Making them go in?
What?
But which direction are you making them go in is the question.
That's difficult because I'm not in love with Trevor Penning as a pass blocker. As a run blocker, he's fine, but Saints, I don't even know how much of running they're going to do with Alvin Kamara being out because he got arrested.
Click, click.
Forgot about that.
Let's see.
So what are we doing next?
I'm asking myself, is the board worth a trade up?
Yeah, you should have took mine earlier. As CPG should have. Because that's a trade that needs to happen.
No, I'm talking about for one of my teams going up.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, both of them.
Oh, man.
I mean, you can offer one of mine. I don't give a fuck.
See here. I'm going to take Trevor Penning and hope he can learn how to pass block.
All right.
Next, we got the Chargers.
The Chargers, who has that? That would be Michael.
All right. And in the great words of Chisel Adonis, and now go Chargers, go. I have them taking Zion Johnson from Boston College.
Not bad pick.
Not a bad pick at all.
He can play tackle as well. He's very versatile. Okay. Next, we got the Eagles.
And who has the Eagles? That would be CPG.
Let's talk about that. All right.
Well, let's talk about who the fuck you're gonna have them picking. So yeah.
Oh boy. So I'm just gonna go with the safe pick and go with Trent McDuffie.
Did you say Trent McDuffie?
Yeah.
Bomb.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to read that. That's what it says, right? McDuffie. Yeah.
All right, next up we got the Saints. Nick, that would be you.
All righty. I think the obvious pick for them here would be Chris Olave from Ohio State to pair up with Michael Thomas. I don't think Saints fans would be mad at that at all.
That's who you're picking?
Yep.
All right, that's not a bad pick. All right, the Steelers, that would be me. I'm gonna give them Kenny Pickett, quarterback out of Pittsburgh.
Oh.
I think for him to fall here, like, that would be a blessing for the Steelers. And
I'm not exactly in love with Pickett's ceiling.
I'm not either, but also the fact that he's a local kid and he's like the most pro-ready quarterback in this draft. If what you call it, Trubisky fucks up, they got a good option.
And now we're at the Patriots, who I am selecting for.
That's you. Who you giving Leatherface?
I have one player in mind, and that's Devin Lloyd, linebacker out of Utah. He screams Bill Belichick player to me.
That actually does scream Bill Belichick.
Yeah. Very versatile linebacker. You can have him rush the passer. He can drop back in coverage and keep up with tight ends. I love him as a player. And I think Bill Belichick would too.
Yeah, that definitely screams Leatherface.
All right.
Okay, Nick, it's your Packers. Who are you giving them now?
I'm giving them Treylon Burks, the wide receiver out of Arkansas.
Oh, bastard.
I think he's one of the receivers that fits the mold of what Green Bay likes in terms of height. Athleticism isn't great, but neither was Devontae Adams' athleticism testing numbers. So I think Burks would be a fine selection for Green Bay. And plus, I think he would fit really well in the Shanahan system that we run.
Agree with that. I think Treylon Burke would fit good in like any fucking system.
Yeah.
Like, I
Next,
think
we
he's that
have
good.
the Arizona Cardinals.
And that would be me. All right, what do these motherfuckers need?
Corner. They also need edge.
Yeah, cause what you call it?
Chandler
It's
Jones.
not too late for a trade to happen.
Anybody want to offer something? Because I mean, we haven't had a trade yet.
I don't know.
Well, unless the Packers want to be aggressive, want to have like 2 back-to-back picks. I know that, but still.
I know who I would choose for the Cardinals here, and I think would be a good range for him.
Actually, you know what? What about if the Jaguars do a trade here? Anybody mad at it?
What are you offering?
Second and the Panthers third.
Hold on a second. Minus. Let's see here. You said
Second and the 33rd overall pick and the Panthers third.
not 70th, right?
That's correct.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Anybody else got a problem with it?
Nope.
So we're approving it.
We are preliminarily approving it.
All right, give me that.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Okay, you're offering 33 and 70
Yes.
for 23, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Alright, says it's very likely, so let's send it in.
Okay. And with that pick, I am going to choose Tyler Linderbaum, center,
Oh!
out of Iowa.
Interesting.
Brandon Linder retired. Brandon Linder retired. Like Tyler Linderbaum should go a hell of a lot earlier than this, but he's here, so I'm gonna do that.
And
Beef up that
Bengals
offensive
fans
line.
are punching the air.
Huh?
And Bengals fans are punching the air.
Exactly.
Cowboys.
Okay. The Cowboys. that's me.
Cowboy.
Cowboys. What the fuck do they need?
They need a
The
pass
Cowboys.
rusher. They need a safety. Also, they just traded away Amari Cooper. Well, they cut Amari Cooper. Did they trade or cut Amari Cooper?
They traded him. They traded him.
Okay.
Fuck.
They do need an edge, and I see an edge here.
What's the Karlaftis?
Yeah.
Fuck it, give me him.
George Karlaftis, the edge rusher out of Purdue,
I'll take the Greek freak.
Karloff just want to be a cowboy, baby.
Oh my god. You are not
Next,
singing
we
Kid
got the
Rock.
Buffalo fucking Bills.
And I have the Buffalo fucking Bills.
And with the 25th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select.
God, what do they fucking need?
I know who I would choose for them.
Who would that be?
My mouse is over him right now.
They kind of need I think they would need a wide receiver. Just my suggestion.
All right. Andrew Booth Jr., cornerback.
Yeah, I think that would be a dream pick for them.
Let's
Next,
give him the Booth. Okay, next up would be, okay, those cousin fucking pieces of shit in Trashville, and that would be CPG. Who are you taking?
I actually have a trade offer for CPG. The first
Well, let's
ever.
hear it.
All right, so at CPG, hear me out for a moment. You give us that pick.
Well, who? Wait. Who is us?
I'm guessing
All
the
right,
Bears.
so the Bears.
Okay.
So you give us AJ Brown and that pick for, listen up, for our second round pick, a third round pick, and a future first round pick, just in case if Tannehill,
Wait a minute. What is that trade again?
AJ Brown, that 26 pick for a second round, a third round, and a future first round pick for next year's draft.
I would say no.
Yeah, as much as I would love them to do a stupid ass trade like that and getting AJ Lee off their team, I'm gonna have to say there's no fucking way.
I actually have something to counter that. If what if we don't include AJ Brown?
Yeah, if you don't include AJ Lee, then yeah, then it might be acceptable.
I think that's a good trade if AJ is not in it. Yeah.
So wait, what are we offering here? Hold on.
Michael.
Are
Yeah, what's the
offering
Bears.
a second round, a third round, and a future first round, but they don't have it on
Which
here.
second round? 48 or 39?
30. Well, actually 48.
All right. 48. Third round?
Mm-hmm.
And a future first?
Mm-hmm. Just in case if Tannehill stinks it up, then they have a high first round.
All right, just for Trashville's first this year.
Mm-hmm.
Very
That's
likely.
that's actually not bad. Okay,
All right.
so the Bears now hold that pick. So Michael, who are you taking for the first time with your Chicago Bears?
All right, so the Bears need an offensive tackle for Justin Fields' sake. Please, Lord, save Justin Fields. So I'm gonna take the offensive tackle from Central Michigan.
Bernard Raymond?
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
All right.
you traded up like that for a fucking tackle?
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about Bernard Ryman. I mean, he's only played tackle for 2 years, but he's athletically gifted as hell. But
I've seen his highlights.
I mean it's his pick. So okay, the Bucks. Who the fuck has them? Michael.
All right, so their defense was the reason why they lost to the Rams. Thank you for letting Jalen win that ring, but that's not the case. They need defensive very badly. And with that, I have them taking Dexon Hill, safety
Jackson
out of
Hill.
Michigan.
Not a bad pick.
That's an interesting choice.
Next, we got the Pack.
That would be you, Nick.
Okay, so I'm stuck between two players right now, Devontae Wyatt or Boye Mafe.
Go, Pack, go.
But I do
Well,
like...
just my suggestion, you might need an edge rusher because you don't have Sedarius anymore.
But we also have Gary and Preston, and I also like the depth at edge in this class for us to get later on.
Have you ever noticed how many times, this is off topic, but how many times the crowd says "Go Pack Go" at Packers home games in Madden?
No.
Yeah. But, yeah, I like the depth at edge in this class. Definitely more than I like interior defensive line. I know Devontae Wyatt comes with some character concerns, but that talent is unreal, in my opinion. I think he's good at rushing the passer from the inside, and also he's a great run defender. So I'm going with Devontae Wyatt. Now we've got the Kansas City Chiefs.
Let's see.
With sharp teeth and claws.
Stop talking like Uncle Lou before I cuss you the fuck out.
Oh my god.
The Chiefs. What the fuck is the Chiefs? Where's it? That would be CPJ.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna go with Elam from Florida, the corner.
Kyrie Elam,
Yeah.
Alrighty.
not bad. And the Chiefs have the next pick. So who are you taking there? I know who I
Oh,
would
there's
take.
a multitude of directions here.
Well, I know who I would take. Just from looking at the board.
You got to draft a receiver here.
I actually know this is probably unrealistic, but I believe the 49ers, since they're shopping, well, according to Debo, he's saying he doesn't want to stay in the 49ers, so I possibly have a trade offer to propose here.
That would be more. I should have done the PFF one because they do trades better than this one. Because this one doesn't offer players as trades.
Oh, that fucking
So
sucks. Yeah, I
so
guess unfortunately we can't do that one because that I wouldn't actually doubt happening.
yeah, the four I
All right,
can
well-
In
almost
fact, I think the 49ers might trade Debo to the Jets if I were to be a betting man.
well, if they have, from what I heard, they might send him to the Chiefs.
Well, since we can't offer players, I'm gonna say Dodson from Penn State.
That's who I would have taken.
Yeah.
You got to replace Tyreek.
All right.
Yeah, even though it's a different type of player, but Jahad Dotson's a good receiver and
Well, I'm saying you just need another receiver.
arguably
step up.
the best hands in the draft. So Cincinnati Bengals are up next, and Nick, that would be you.
All right. So
All right.
I'm caught between two players here.
You're caught between a player and a hard place.
It's either Kenyon Green or Lewis Stein for me.
Kenyon Green would be great value here, I think.
He would be. And also, the Bengals do have Jesse Bates, who is an elite safety.
But his name is Jesse.
Jesse girl.
I'm going to go with Kenyon Green and keep Joe Burrow safe.
Wise choice.
Next, we got the Lions to finish this off.
That would be me.
Yep.
Well, since I gave them Thibodeau thirst, I'm gonna say they are not completely sold on Jared Goof, and I'm gonna give them Matt Corral.
Matt Corral over Desmond
Corral.
Ridder?
I think Corral's better than Ritter.
Think so?
I think so.
Alrighty.
And also, Corral's younger and
Fair.
has a chance to develop
Did you
more
see his
there.
Wonderlic score?
I don't give a fuck about his Wonderlic score.
It was a 15.
And
So,
And that would be it. You want to go through the picks, Nick?
yeah. So, Gagnon was unable to find a trade down partner at number 1, so he took Aiden Hutchinson.
You piece of shit, CP3.
And then the Lions took Kayvon Thibodeau. They're willing to bank on him not being totally sold on cryptocurrency.
This fucking cryptocurrency shit.
Next, we got the Houston Texans. They take Sauce Gardner at number 3 overall. Good fit for Lovie Smith's defense. Then we get the Houston Texans having Ike Ekwonu, offensive tackle out of NC State, who could also play guard if needed. Got the Giants taking Evan Neal, give Daniel Jones as much protection as possible so he has no excuses.
And he'll still fuck it up.
Then we got the Carolina Panthers in a total gamble move, taking Malik Willis, quarterback out of Liberty. Then we got the Giants taking Travon Walker, reuniting Azeez Ojulari with his old teammate.
Rejoice, rejoice.
What the hell?
I don't know.
Then we got the Atlanta Falcons taking Kyle Hamilton, the safety out of Notre Dame. Seahawks took Jermaine Johnson, the edge out of Florida State.
The Big Johnson.
Then we got the Jets taking Derek Stingley Jr., corner out of LSU.
Give me the sting.
And then I guess Draft Network hasn't updated Washington thing yet because it still says Washington. Instead of
Washington.
The Washington selects Greg London.
Yeah, their fucking mascot is George Washington.
I just realized that.
The Washington select.
Minnesota Vikings took Jordan Davis, the defensive tackle out of Georgia. Houston Texans take Garrett Wilson, wide receiver out of Ohio State. Give Davis Mills a good target for when Brandon Cooks inevitably gets hurt. Baltimore Ravens take Charles Cross, not exactly who I would have taken there. I would have taken Zion Johnson, but Philadelphia Eagles taking Jamison Williams, wide receiver out of Bama.
So Desert Eagle is happy.
Yeah, I mean, to me, he reminds me of Deshaun Jackson in his prime, so.
That motherfucker's always trying to live for some nostalgia.
Next, we got the New Orleans Saints taking Trevor Penning out of Northern Iowa. Actually, Trevor Penning would have been good for the Ravens. I take that back.
But you were not the GM, sir.
Chargers taking Zion Johnson, the guard out of Boston College.
Not to be confused with the guy that plays basketball.
That's Zion Williamson.
Well, I know that. That's why I don't want them to get confused.
Next, we got the Philadelphia Eagles taking Trent McDuffie. Can play inside and outside.
Not to be confused with that beer on The Simpsons.
Next, we got the New Orleans Saints taking Chris Olave, the wide receiver out of Ohio State. Good speed option for a player that just likes to chuck it like Jameis.
Chuck it.
Then we got Kenny Pickett returning to Pittsburgh to be their quarterback incumbent.
I know he's so happy with his tiny hands. But can he beat out Mitchell Trubisky? Find out on the next episode of the NFL.
Next, we got the New England Patriots taking the most Patriots player, in my opinion, Devin Lloyd, linebacker out of Utah.
Yeah, that's a good pick for Leatherface.
And then we got the Packers taking Treylon Burks, wide receiver out of Arkansas. Jacksonville Jaguars taking Tyler Linderbaum.
And I think the only trade up of, and I think the first trade up of this fucking draft.
Yeah.
We went from Linder to the Linderbaum.
You know, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, Brandon Linder retired, and now we got the Linderbaum.
George Karlaftis going to the Dallas Cowboys. The Greek Cowboy.
The Greek Freak.
The Buffalo Bills.
Not to be confused with the Greek Freak in Milwaukee who ordered 50 chicken minis that one time.
Giannis
Antetokounmpo.
I don't know how the fuck
people just don't want to say Antetokounmpo.
Can I get to? I need a 50
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Chicken minis. 50.
Next we
it
have
is a long ass last name though,
dude. Andrew Booth Jr.
coming out of the booth.
Then we got Chicago Bears trading up with Tennessee to take Bernard Ryman.
Which I don't
understand that. Central Michigan.
Which I don't understand that trade at all, but why not?
Tampa Bay taking Daxton Hill, the safety out of Michigan. Packers staying put and taking Devontae Wyatt, defensive tackle out of Georgia. Pair him up with Kenny Clark and wreak some havoc on that interior defensive line.
Wreak some havoc and rape some bitches. What?
I learned with him whisper, the Wyatt family.
We're here.
Taking twice in a row, taking Kyer Elam, cornerback out of Florida. And
Please
then
don't
taking
be as
Jahan Dotson, the wide receiver out of Penn State.
wait. For Kyrie Elam, please don't be as trash as your uncle. Represent our Gators proudly.
Cincinnati Bengals take Kenyon Green, guard out of Texas A&M. And then the Detroit Lions finished it off with Matt Corral, the quarterback out of Ole Miss.
Sounds good to me. And by the way, since we're talking about Florida Gators, free my boy Kadarius Toney. And
Yes,
that is the fatal 4-way mock draft, ladies and gentlemen.
And
we can
now,
go back to the regular Reyes screen, and now we got to fill up 15 minutes here.
Now, Command's still busting it wide open.
What?
Command's still jiggling.
Commence to bust you wide open.
Jiggle belly.
Who the hell is
You know that episode?
Who's trying to bust you wide open? Yeah.
You know that episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Jiggle belly.
No,
Everybody likes to jiggle. You never watched Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
I saw like bits and pieces of that fucking show.
That shit was hilarious, bro.
Oh, hell yeah.
I bet it was to you.
Yeah, that show seems right up CPG's
Yeah,
alley.
it was, bro.
It does, because, CPG's high every day.
Not back when I used to watch that shit. I just thought it was funny because it was fucking all kinds of nonsense all the time. Which is why my sense of humor is the way it is.
Command to jiggle.
Jiggling, baby.
Yeah, I should not have been watching that at the age that I used to watch Aqua Teen.
And what age were you?
I was a child.
You were a child.
I was a child.
I was a child watching Adult Swim back in the day.
I was a child.
Ooh, child.
Hey, I got another clip for you. We can retire the rapist thing until Ben Roethlisberger makes news again, because I have another clip for you. Something Johnny Depp said.
Oh, good God.
Is the slippery whore that I donated my jizz to for a while staying there?
I don't know if you heard it. He said,
Fuck?
"Is the slippery whore that I donated my jizz to for a while staying there?"
I heard jizz in there.
Yeah. He said,
Play it again.
For a while staying there.
hold on, my bad.
Jesus Christ.
Is the slippery whore that I donated my jizz to for a while staying there?
Why do you have that?
no comment.
The slippery
I found it on TikTok.
that I donated.
Looking for
my
Chess
jizz
Hall.
to.
Ah!
Why were you looking for Chess Hall?
I wasn't. I was just play on his name. Because I'm assuming he has a TikTok. I'm assuming his YouTube is to advertise that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he just thought that was a clever name.
I don't know the whole situation. I just know he looks like he's holding in a bean fart.
Jordan. I can't imagine Jordan watching Aqua Teen and understanding half the jokes in it.
Clearly.
No comment.
I'm sure you thought the episode where they just had Boost mobile phones, it was basically a fucking 15-minute advertisement.
Right.
I'm sure you thought that shit was funny, didn't
Did
you?
you
Where
guys
at,
have
dog?
Did you guys have the fucking Boost Mobile like prepaid shit?
Nah.
I had one
I
of the
did.
Boost mobile phones that was like the walkie-talkie shit back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah, I did. I
Yeah.
had the fucking stick phone.
You had to get somebody's phone number and their walkie-talkie number.
Yep. Had steak on that bitch too.
And people would just randomly hit you on the walkie-talkie, and you're like, dude, what the fuck?
Where
Hey, man,
you
what's
at?
up, you fucking cocksucker? Huh?
Where you at?
Yeah, where you
Where you at, dog?
Wednesday nights I like to stay up late. Watch Kenny Omega while I
That's just the
masturbate.
That's what Meatwad said to Shake.
What, he likes to watch Kenny Omega while he masturbates?
Yeah. I like to watch Kenny Omega while I masturbate.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, but what do you think about? It seems like all these fucking receivers went out, like Terry McLaurin, AJ Lee, and Debo. Like they're all asking for trades. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
For Debo, I just think he didn't like being used as a running back.
He don't like Craig and Smokey.
Dun, 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 dun. Shit,
My bike
Debo,
now.
give me your stuff. But I pray to God the AJ Lee trade happens. Like, I've always said it, like, even though he, like, bigs up them sacks of shit, but, like, dude, to save his career, he needs to get the fuck away from Trashville.
Would you stop calling him AJ Lee if he left the Titans?
Depends where he goes. I don't
Well,
know, because in tweets and shit, he was sucking them off for a while, and now wants to get traded, so it's kind of some bitch shit, but, you know. I'll be happy if he leaves, that's for damn sure. Because as much as I talk shit about him, he is talented.
Baby Huey's pretty talented.
Well, fuck him. I hope he gets it. I hope he breaks his fucking foot again and goes back in the wheelchair. Piece of shit.
Are you gonna make a Baby Huey in a wheelchair part 2?
Nah, I think just the Baby Huey in a wheelchair, that kind of, like, did its own thing. I definitely will make a Galen in a wheelchair if he ever fucking gets hurt.
Wouldn't shock me if it happens.
I hope it does. Like, I want somebody to Ryan Shazier that piece of shit. Like, I'm serious. Like, if I could make it happen, because Ryan Shazier is actually a good dude, I would trade spots with him and Galen. If I could make it happen, bro, I swear to God, I would do it.
Massive shit.
You're taking a massive shit?
No.
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 Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Children of all ages. Massive shit.
In fucking 2040, the spinoff of Awkward Silence is going to be massive shit.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna fire 2 of you, and then you're gonna have your own spin-off show.
No, it just evolves into us all just being on the toilet constantly.
We could do another show like that, like shit talk with the guys from Awkward Silence. Yeah, what do you think about that trade?
Oh, hold on.
Gotta push this one out here.
You just hear like plops in the background.
Or if someone ate Taco Bell.
Okay. Imagine this. TikTok. Imagine being in one of the Taco Bell's bathrooms, and you're like taking the most disgustingness shit ever in your life,
Disgustingness.
and then here comes TikTok Chestall running in the next stall. He's blowing up the bathroom. What do you do?
I don't think anybody would be able to stand to be in that bathroom. Like, if you already taken a shit, and then that fat fuck adds shit on top of the shit. Huh?
Jeez.
Hold on a minute.
TikTok Chestall waddled away, and he waddled away, and he waddled away, and he waddled away, and he waddled away.
To the very next day.
Your name is Cheeseburger Hall.
Oh, jeez. Man, that video of Ches Hall getting kicked in the nuts.
I'm surprised someone will just if you kicked him in the balls and he like had an overreaction to it, he'd like, wait, I had balls the entire time. No shit, you're so fucking fat, you can't even see that shit.
I don't think I'd ever want to try.
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe he has a girlfriend. Well, he technically does. A cheeseburger.
Your girlfriend a cheeseburger?
Yeah.
CPG.
Yeah, you just eat it and then
Tekken say D.
that's it. No, I'm not gonna say dat.
Dat. No, I'm not going to say that. Where the heck did Jaganov go?
TikTok chest hall ate him.
In a cell.
Logan goddamn Paul.
Logan goddamn Paul. That shit was funny as hell. Still.
Watch Kenny Omega while masturbating.
Thursday night I get to stay up late. Watch Kenny Omega while I masturbate.
Oh baby.
Masturbate while I masturbate.
How does that work?
I don't see the Bears. I didn't see the Bears trading up in the first round, so I just did that to see if I can. It actually, like, there were rumors about them trading up for Trayvon Burks, but Nick had to take him.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
All right, there you are.
I mean, we could have traded. We could have got George Pickens, but we should have gotten one of the higher offensive tackles in this class, which was.
I'm still kind of confused about that because I think if the Bears are going to trade up, you would at least take a fucking receiver.
No, you actually, believe it or not, they actually need more than just a receiver.
Well, I know that, but that's like one of the biggest things.
You need. Well, it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter who you have as a receiver if you don't have an offensive line.
I mean, I guess.
Like, I want you to picture this, jagged off. If let's say Trevor Lawrence had a game where he had 9 sacks, you would be like, okay, we need an offensive line ASAP.
I mean, it depends why the sacks are being caused.
More times than not, it's because the offensive line couldn't hold up.
No, I get it, but still,
because
long or what the fuck's going on?
Picture this. Okay, so the best offensive tackle that we had was Jason Peters, who we picked up because Tevin Jenkins had an injury before the season. Cody White was all right. Sam Mustipher was all good at
Rob was all right.
Cody White, Sam Mustipher can only
was I.
And Jair Fetty can't block for shit. I don't even know why we re-signed him over taking Eric Fisher.
Overtaking or undertaking?
I don't know why Ryan Pace, instead of trying to address the O-line issue, we instead take the guy who didn't do shit on the Seahawks. There was a reason why Seahawks fans were happy that he was gone, because he allowed most of the sacks on Russell Wilson were because of Jair Fetty's fault, and he's still showing that because he's weak. He got outplayed. He got outplayed by a 5th rounder called Larry Boom. Larry Bourne.
Well,
and that's why
open for the free coach.
That's why I said before the free agency. Our first priority should get protection for Justin Fields. What do we? We only got, I think, one offensive, about like 2-3 offensive lines. One of them is going to be a day one starter, which is Lucas Patrick.
I'm not knocking it, bro. It's your team. What you want to do with it? Like, look, that's why I pulled my trade, because like a lot of the fucking I knew once Treylon Burks was gone, then I was going to attempt to move up for Linderbaum.
And besides, George Pickens is going in the 2nd round. I can almost guarantee it. It wouldn't shock me if he's so talented. Like George.
Oh, well, that makes sense, because then you got your other 2nd round pick.
Yeah, so you add a good offensive line, one of the best wide receivers in this year's class, and we'll be fine. I was this close to offering the 49ers our 2nd round for Debo.
Well, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see where a lot of this draft goes and see how right our mock draft possibly would have been, which probably won't be right at all. But with that, I think this is going to be all from us until the draft actually happens. Does anybody have anything else to add?
Master Jiggling.
Most likely he'll be
Jiggle.
Oh my God.
And we will be back. We will be back after the draft night to see if this.
We'll be back on night 2. I think all of us actually will be live on our individual channels for our teams first.
I'll be working.
Well, Nick will be working, but I will be. I think CPG will be, and Michael, you'll be in Chicago, correct?
Actually, no.
You're not going to Chicago no more?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, I just decided
Michael might be live on his channel then for the.
I just decided to just go for the. I just decided to only go to Chicago for a game.
Well, actually, you have no reason to, because the Bears don't have a 1st round pick.
Well, I wouldn't mind going for a game. I wouldn't mind going for the game, and plus they have.
Yeah, I'm going for a game too. That's why I skipped out on the draft party this year.
So, pretty much it depends who I want the. It's because Soldier Field's days are numbered. Apparently, they're moving to Arlington. I actually been in the Arlington Heights Stadium that they're moving in. Horse racing.
What is it?
The Chicago Bears are moving into Arlington Heights soon.
Where the fuck is that?
I actually lived in there.
Well, where the fuck is it?
It's not technically by Chicago, but it's over by Palatine, Illinois.
What the fuck are they doing that for?
Joe, if I may answer your question, I think that Debo will probably go to the Jets.
I think Debo is leaving, but I don't think they're going to trade him. He's just probably going to say, this is probably his make it or break a year, and if he sucks, he's not getting the bag. It's pretty much an Al Robinson situation.
Well, he legit came out and said he wants to be traded. Which I'm trying to figure out why that would be exactly, considering that team made it to the NFC Championship. Well, not the NFC Championship game.
I think it's either like
okay. Do you want since I follow a lot of 49ers fans, they'll probably get upset. There was the only reason why they were in the NFC title championship game, because the Cowboys, instead of trying to Hail Mary it, they tried a quarterback scramble with 10 seconds left with no timeouts.
That's the dumbest shit I ever saw.
That was horrible.
the Packers special teams literally gave the 49ers the game on a silver platter. And they got obliterated by the they choked a 10-point lead against the Rams. It's true. Jimmy G did not look good at the Pack versus the Packers. He didn't look good.
Jimmy G look good?
I thought we called him James.
Yeah, James.
He should have had.
when did James look good?
He should have had like 2 interceptions. One of them, which was dropped by Eric Stokes, that would have been a pick 6.
Yeah, I know.
AKA Kevin King Jr.
Nah, he's better than Kevin King.
Yeah, that's why I call him.
Kevin King was some shit.
I didn't see too much from Kevin King. Well, maybe because he was getting burned a lot.
The only way Kevin King would keep up with receivers is if he farts on them.
Brady, look into the end zone. He's got a touchdown. Scotty Miller.
Okay. But, all right, well, I guess that's going to conclude this show.
And we will be back.
Yeah, we will be back. Yeah, if I didn't say it before, we will be back Friday, an hour before day 2 of the draft to recap it all. Then, Saturday, we will recap the entire NFL draft after day 3 has concluded, which will likely be 7 o'clock Eastern time. But until that, you guys have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. And this has been episode 8 of Awkward Silence. Tally ho! Thank you. Fuck you.